In its fifth episode, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 delivers a classic story of exploration and introduces a terrifying new monster.
Captain?
After last week's incredibly fun holodeck murder mystery, Through the Lens of Time gets back to Star Trek basics as the crew of the Starship Enterprise explore a strange and fascinating new alien world. Directed by Andy Armaganian and written by Onitra Johnson and Davey Perez, Through the Lens of Time opens with a log entry from Ensign Gamble, Chris Myers, finally offering more insight into the young medical officer who has popped up throughout the season. Gamble's wide-eyed excitement about working on the Enterprise is infectious, and the episode does a great job of making the viewer care about him as a character. Dr. Roger Corby, Killian O'Sullivan, and Beto Ortegas, Mina Lucan also return in Through the Lens of Time, after making their debut in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 2, Wedding Bell Blues. This week's episode focuses on Corby's newest archaeological dig, as he's accompanied by a landing party led by Nurse Christine Chappell, Jess Bush. Through the Lens of Time explores a fascinating new alien world. Strange New Worlds gets back to exploring, Strange New Worlds. Nurse Chappell holds a communicator in front of a landing party on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Star Trek Strange New Worlds may excel at fun, self-referential episodes, but the show can still deliver an excellent story of exploration that feels every bit like classic Trek. When Corby, Chappell, and the landing party discover a massive underground temple on an alien planet, they set out to investigate, searching for ancient technology that may contain the secret to immortality. The mission quickly turns dangerous when Ensign Gamble picks up an orb that explodes in his face.
Gamble!
In a particularly gruesome injury, Gamble loses both of his eyes, prompting Captain Christopher Pike, Ensign Mount, to order the landing party to return to the ship. Before they can, however, the temple locks down, trapping them inside. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 is currently streaming on Paramount+, with new episodes dropping every Thursday. With its massive interior and shifting hallways, the temple defies logic, and the landing party is separated. Chappell and Lieutenant Lon Nunyan Singh, Christina Chong, end up in one chamber, with Beto and Ensign Nyota Uhura, Celia Rose Gooding, in another, and Corby and Lieutenant Spock, Ethan Peck, in yet another. They quickly figure out they can still communicate with one another, as they work to find a way out of the strange temple. Through the Lens of Time doesn't spend much time establishing the alien world, but that only adds to the mystery, increasing the looming sense of dread that has been building since Gamble's injury. While it may be a bit convenient that Corby and the landing party find just the right artifacts they need to later activate the structure within the temple, the episode has enough going on that this feels inconsequential. Through the Lens of Time does a great job of building to its dramatic and tragic conclusion, while exploring some fascinating sci-fi ideas. Strange New Worlds continues to explore new romantic relationships. Corby and Chappell, Lon and Spock and Uhura and Beto all get their moments. Corby, Chappell, and Uhura in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Through the Lens of Time. So far, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 has focused on exploring new romantic pairings. Although Through the Lens of Time focuses mostly on the plot, the episode finds time to explore romantic relationships among its couples. Chappell and Corby continue to have great chemistry with one another, and a delightful scene early in the episode shows their similar sense of humor, hinting at why they work well together. Spock and Lon have apparently decided not to label their relationship, and Chappell and Spock continue to feel awkward around one another. Erica Ortegas, Melissa Navia, brother Beto, remains adorably infatuated with Ensign Uhura, as their flirtatious relationship teased in Wedding Bell Blues continues. Through the Lens of Time puts all of these couples together in a dangerous situation full of unknowns, and the result is a fascinating exploration of their characters. Before the mission even truly begins, Through the Lens of Time does a wonderful job highlighting how great these characters are with a handful of incredibly charming scenes. But after Gamble's horrific injury, The episode turns serious, delivering one of Strange New World's darkest storylines so far. A terrifying new threat to the Federation and a devastating death. If any of those things ever escape that well down there, God help us all. Dr. Mbenga pointing a phaser at Ensign Gamble in Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 through the lens of time. Dr. Joseph Mbenga, Babs Alyasanmakan, works to treat Ensign Gamble, but his injury continues to resist. Thanks for watching.